Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Reporting live from Manila Metro this time, and we're here to celebrate Anthony's 30th birthday. If you saw the last video, you will know the backstory to this surprise trip, but if you haven't, go give it a watch for some context before we dive into the next few travel vlogs here that I'm really excited to share. We arrived pretty late at night, around 11:30 p.m. and headed straight to our hotel, which was stunning and such a relief to arrive at after 20 hours of floating around in the stratosphere. The next thing you know, we're starting our day at this beautiful cafe and bakery just around the corner from where we stayed. I think any good trip starts with a good breakfast. Essentials, right?
I have a lot of good stuff. Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna get.
Anthony ordered his childhood favorites while I stuck to my P&W roots, smoked salmon of course. And after breakfast, we hopped quickly into a 7-Eleven to pick up some water and things, and honestly just escape the 90-degree humidity for a second before we started exploring the area of Makati and the Greenbelt.
We're at the Greenbelt, taking a pause after breakfast to digest.
And we kind of just hung out here for a bit. We eventually wandered our way around and found this really cool vintage store nearby. The day took us to other parts of Makati that Anthony had saved and wanted to check out, but first, a little grocery adventure. I don't know why, but I find grocery stores really fascinating to walk through. There's so much you can learn and get a sense of in terms of cultural taste, regional ingredients, fun snacks, and things you would never think to see of. And it's also an excuse to grab a snack and just goggle at the insanely fresh pastries and baked goods that they have there, which we took some home as pasalubong for Anthony's friends. This place, Kumusta, was super cool to check out. It's a creative community space in Makati City that serves as a hub for independent artists, entrepreneurs, creatives, where they can essentially have a storefront, but also a space where they host events, workshops, pop-ups, that kind of thing. So we checked that out for a bit before heading to dinner.
Pretty good.
Good morning, it's day 2 in Manila and we are getting up bright and early to go do a little workout. How's the day looking? It's a beautiful day. Yes. After a swim and a sweat, we headed over to one of the many malls you will find here for breakfast at this place, which was so good that we actually came back on our last day in the city.
sir.
So good.
Yeah.
I love the foam.
So perfect.
This was definitely one of the highlights of the trip, to see Rizal Park, dedicated to Jose Rizal, one of the greatest national heroes in the Philippines, who was a writer, revolutionary, and ophthalmologist who not only wrote some historically significant works that shaped the country's fight for freedom, but also was very active in the reform and independence movement from the Spanish in the late 1800s. So it's quite a historical marker and symbol of the nation's independence. And just a hop skip away is Intramuros, a walled city that is one of the oldest districts of Manila and now home to a lot of universities, cultural architecture, and the boring buildings, you know, government. But honestly, after walking in the heat for a couple hours, we were done. So it was time to head to dinner.
This is really good.
Yeah. Is this fish and
Okay. It's like an old location. There's some good ass. So good. Oh my god. The rice is perfect. The fish is so buttery soft.
I am not exaggerating when I say that this place was impeccable. I've eaten a lot of sushi in my life, y'all, and a lot of fish. I don't know what they did to this, but it was seriously one of the best things I ate this entire trip.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, this is actually.
If you have a chance, go to Suki.
I'm feeling ready.
Manam. Like a really big manam.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what you have. Ooh.
After a lovely and celebratory breakfast, we headed through the streets of BGC and came across this pet fair, which A, really made us miss mochi. We love you, mochi. And B, distracted us from the fact that we were already sweating through all our clothes. But it's all good. We kept walking until we hit the Fiesta Market, which had all kinds of fresh produce, flowers, clothing, jewelry, you name it. But most importantly, lots of things for pasalubong, which is the Filipino tradition of bringing home gifts for friends and family after travel. Think regional delicacies, small trinkets, local crafts, but mostly food. And now it was time to slow down. We're heading to the surprise that Anthony had planned, actually, which made me very happy and is exactly what I think we both needed after walking around in the heat for the past few days.
A surprise?
Yeah.
Surprise massage?
Surprise massage.
Can I make a sip of waves?
birthday dinner. Arguably the most important part of the day for my man, since he is through and through the definition of a foodie. And his love for food is shown most when he's eating his favorite ones, which this restaurant, I have to say, blew me away. I've had Filipino food before, but never like this. The amount of times I said whoa was embarrassing, so I cut a lot of them out. But everything here was so delicious. You cannot go wrong. Except for the bitter melon, which you can clearly see I got a bite of and immediately regretted it. But that was the end to a very lovely birthday celebration, leaving us with one final day to soak in Manila. At this point, I don't know how many malls we encountered, but the Mall of Asia is an experience in of itself. It's like an open concept mall with a lot of activities and things to do, and you could spend all day here literally and not have seen it all. But because this trip was meant for Anthony, I really wanted him to see, experience, and taste everything he desired. So pandesal and chicken joy were on the agenda today.
Is it good? Yeah? Oh, masarap.
Warning! Do not go to the one inside Mall of Asia if you want to lose 2.5 years of your life expectancy. The stress, the overwhelm, all for a couple of chicken thighs.
Proud of you for fighting and sustaining.
Oh, yeah.
But it was worth seeing this Jollibee turn into a jolly boy and enjoy something that has been a staple of his upbringing and culture, both here and back home, for so long. We kind of just walked around and had fun after that, and as the night came to an end, it really started to hit me what makes Filipinos and Filipino culture so special, so familiar, and really a beautiful reflection of what it means to be human. This trip was really something, and I'm grateful to have spent it with the one who sings his heart out just like this. But it doesn't end there. Subscribe to see part 3 of this travel vlog, where we head to Japan next and all the cherry blossom madness that unfolds. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.